I think we've made a huge mistake in how we talk about emotional labor. And I'm going to make an even more controversial statement. I believe you're responsible for your partner's past, not because you caused it, but because healthy relationships require emotional labor. And I know that is a provocative statement, but hear me out. Somewhere along the way, emotional labor became something people started talking about if it's like a problem. But from a relational health centered therapy perspective, I don't think it is. Every healthy relationship requires labor, just like every healthy body requires movement. The question isn't whether there's work, the question is whether the work is mutual. I also think that we've confused two very different things. Healthy relational labor is not the same thing as unhealthy emotional labor. Unhealthy emotional labor is when one person is expected to regulate another person's emotions, suppress themselves, avoid conflict, or carry the entire relationship. And that is unhealthy. But relational labor, well, that is the work of loving another human being. One of my favorite ideas from Stan Tatkin is that we are responsible for our partner's past. Again, not because we've caused it or that we're gonna fix it, but because once we choose to build a life together, their history becomes relevant to how we love them. Their attachment wounds, their childhood experiences, the ways that they've learned to protect themselves. Ignoring those things does not make them disappear. It doesn't. It just means that we're more likely to accidentally hurt each other, and they're responsible for understanding ours too. That's what the mutual commitment looks like. So, what is emotional labor? I don't think it's managing someone else's emotions. I think emotional labor is demonstrating through repeated actions that another person's emotional world matters because they matter. It's being curious instead of assuming. It's remembering what helps them feel safe. It's asking questions when they seem distant. It's noticing when an old wound is becoming activated and repairing after you've caused hurt. It's helping create new relational experiences that are more healing than the ones they grew up with. That's not extra work, that is the relationship. And if you're asking, why should I have to do this emotional labor? I'd encourage a different question. What kind of relationship am I trying to build? Because every healthy relationship are not built by asking what's the least I owe another person. They're built by asking what helps this relationship become healthier. That's a completely different value system. When both people are committed to each other's well-being, emotional labor stops becoming or feeling like a burden and becomes an investment. Every act of curiosity, every repair, every moment of validation, every effort to understand your partner's inner world. Those are the deposits into the health of your relationship. Because caring isn't just something you feel, it is something that you practice.